Showing you how to go from 0 to 500k step by step. So if you're new around here and you need a better team, you are in the right place. And of course, guys, we're giving away 9 copies of EAFC or FIFA points, depending on what the winners want. All you've got to do is subscribe, send me proof over on Instagram, and those winners will be announced early in November. And that's, of course, for us hitting 15k. So once again, thank you. And as usual, guys, if you need coins in a quicker way, well... So if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description and let's get into it. And we've got a load of FIFA points waiting there, so we're going to open a pack, and if we get a player worth over 50k, I will add an extra thing to the giveaway. So we're praying that we don't get... Oh, this might be a good one. I don't know if that is a good one. Is it? Unfortunately, guys, an 81 isn't going to be 50k, so better luck next time. Now, of course, we're going from 0 to 500k, so there are some SBCs that can help you with this in the earlier stages. If you head over to the Beckham SBC, I don't know what happened there. If you head up to the Beckham SBC, you can see you got Born Legend and Rising Star. Now, last year, you would have got 2 rare gold players for each of these. Now, you get 3 common gold players, and then you also get a small silver pack. Now, if you have an untradeable set of 11 bronze players, and, of course, silver players too, although these packs aren't brilliantly lucrative, you can get something from them. You can probably make around 2,000 to 3,000 coins depending on who you get. If you get a good silver, it might be more, but it's always a good thing if you've got untradables to build up a little bit from your club. Now, another hot tip right now is the Saudi League. If you have a manager item from that league, they go for around 4,000 coins right now. So you can make yourself an easy 4k just by selling these off. I've got 10, so I'm absolutely laughing. Starting off, guys, we've got the second greatest player of all time. We've got striker, Saudi League, and then we've got, of course, Ronaldo here. So you want to set the minimum at 10,250, the max at 20k, because by doing this, it excludes the players like Mane. Of course, if you had it as a forward filter, as you can see, you've got Mane and Ronaldo there, which is good, but Mane only goes for like 7 or 8k, so it's a pretty useless. Unfortunately, we can't get one where we get Benzema, Ronaldo, and Neymar on the same filter, but what we do have, because of popping this over to striker, and what you will see is we've got the likes of Al Jabba and Ronaldo. So Al Jabba goes for around 50k. It's a little bit more expensive than Ronaldo, but his minimum buy now is 10,000 coins, which means he can be purchased on this filter if someone is mistakenly listing up, which is essentially what sniping is anyway. So you're looking at around 20k for Ronaldo. Obviously, it seems like there's a lot there, so you want to try and sell him at kind of that 19.5 mark. You can see there's a few less on that kind of mark, so a little bit less, not much more, but you can definitely make more profit at this value. So we're looking at around 18,500 for the snipe, maybe a little bit lower just to get that profit in there. So you probably want to go for the 18k mark, and we definitely don't want to snipe below 10,250. So if you get him at 18k, sell him for 19.5 or 19,750, you're looking at up to around 1,000 coins profit over those marks. And if you can get him at 17k, it'll be a little bit more. Now, we did see a few prop up at 17k, so these do come up. It is obviously going to be a player that is potentially quite snipeable right now. I think he's probably unbelievable in game. I haven't used him myself, and I am using him in an upcoming video, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But it's definitely a good filter, and it's always fun to get one of the GOATs on board. And if you like this shirt or any of the other football shirts I've been wearing recently, go check out Best Football Kits in the description and get 12% off with my code. And I think we've got him on a third try, which I think is a dub there. The card is looking, honestly, mighty fine. It's so sad that they've not given him 80 pace on this card, and I reckon this is like a 100k card. I think that literal just being below the 80 mark really pushes the card down. So we're going to pop him up for 19,750. If he doesn't sell, we'll go for 19,500. Now, guys, what I have discovered when doing the Ronaldo filter is we can actually do a Messi filter. If you go over to MLS and pop the minimum buy now to 30,250, you got the likes of Campos, you got Dempsey, you got Messi, and of course you've got the likes of Donovan as well, and Beasley. So in order to break these down in a little bit of a different way, what you realistically have to do is go for centre forward. Centre forward is of course going to be Donovan and Messi, so you do have 2 players on it. Unfortunately, they're not massively close in price. There's a bit of a gap, I think, of about Oh, from the looks of things, nothing right now. They're pretty much bang on the same. Messi is around, I think, 140k. You've got Donovan at about 100. So we can pick both of these bad boys up on this filter, which is brilliant. Once again, we've managed to get the actual GOAT in a filter. We're looking at, I think, 110 for these guys right now. 110 seems about right. EA tax on that is going to be about 5.5k. If we pop it down to 95, you're making 10k per card. If you pop it up to 100, you're making about 4.5. But if you go below that 30k mark, as you can see, you're going to have those tailors popping up. So you just don't want to touch the minimum buy now. 30,250 minimum, centre forward and MLS, and that's all you need to make a ton of coins. And I think if we actually have a look, if I raise this price range a bit, so Donovan doesn't have a play style. Now, do any of the others have a play style? Because that could be an interesting one. Let's have a look. Messi does, and it looks like, I suppose, Beasley and that don't either. So it is looking like minimum 30, centre forward, 32.50, remember, and you've got Donovan and Messi. Now we're going to go ahead over and do pretty much one of the most blatantly obvious filters that they've released this year. How are you going to release Modric and Bellingham as a special in the same week and not expect me to be absolutely all over it? We've got Bellingham at around 200k and Modric pretty similar, so very, very easy filter to profit right now. It's a shame that, I mean, we could probably fiddle around with price ranges and find one where you can get Valverde in there as well, but I can't really be bothered to do that right now, and I feel like that's a bit of a push anyway because he's way more expensive. I do really want to try that card though, so that's going to be coming soon, don't you guys worry. We're looking at around 270k for Modric. Obviously, from what I've been told, he's one of the most packable cards ever. I wish I'd experienced it. Personally, haven't seen him once. So you're looking 270, EA tax on that. If we do 10%, it's about 15k, because obviously that's 5%. If we knock off 10%, you're looking at knocking off about 30k, but that's bang on for profit of around 15. So I think the profit there is about 16 or 17. The EA tax is about 13 or 14. So it doesn't really make too much of a difference. We're going to make a decent bit more. We can pop this up to 245 and we'll be looking at around, or even 247. I think we're looking at around the 10k profit dead on there. So you've just got Bellingham and Modric. It is going to be a filter where I feel like you're not going to get tons of cards, but the ones you do get, you're making 10k profit. If you get 10 cards in an hour, that's 100k. So it's pretty simple to make the big profits there. You've just got to get the snipes when they come up, because obviously when they are few and far between, you really can't be missing these bad boys. Now, it does look like the market is searching a little bit slower. It's doing that thing though where my Wi-Fi is a little bit messed up. What was the market? I think that's just... That's not quite what we want, but that is good. That is a good snipe. If it was 250, we'd be absolutely all over that. We want to compare price, so that is perfect, and it's been taken off the market. But you can see the filter will work. You've just got to spend that little bit of time on it. Obviously, 247 is pretty much the mark. I'd say maybe 250, but you're probably going to be looking at making just under that 10k mark. And I think when you're spending 250k, you want to be making at least 10. The filter that we can have a look at again is Gold Team of the Week. There's a few ways we can break this down. First of all, you've got Brighton. That's an easy one. You've got Matoma, and then you've also got Lamptey. So that one is a good filter to start off with. Then the other one that you can do right now is English. So you've got Watkins and Trippier. So we'll try both of them. English first of all, what are we looking at? Probably around 30. I mean, we'll probably put a price cap on it. Okay, so he's less than 30k. You'd never see a Sunderland in form like that. If there's a Sunderland right back, he's going for at least 100k. And that just shows we are a bigger club than Newcastle. We are going to try and bang out a good little snipe on him, though, just to prove that it's easy to do. So 22k it looks like for the sell on right now. 22, maybe 23. So EA tax on that is going to be 2.3 half to 1,150. So if we go down to 1,000, you're probably looking, so that's not quite, we're probably looking at 21. And then you're making about 850 coins a snipe. So that's a pretty good profit. That's something I'd be happy with, and I'm sure you guys would be as well. If not, knock it down to 20,750, and then you're making just over a K. So obviously making a little bit more than that minimum that we looked at. So it is going to be an easy one either way. I think it's a good little filter. You've got Watkins, you've got Trippier as well, and of course I think we can also do the other option is forward. I want to say that you've got Watkins and Doku. Yeah, so Watkins and Doku, once again, similarly priced. I can't believe Watkins holds a value like that. That's pretty impressive. Obviously Salah's not going to come up on this one, guys. I hate to say it, we're not going to be able to get him, but on the forward side of things, we've got Doku and Watkins, so that's nice. They've actually got quite a few breakdowns in terms of like filters for informs in the Prem, which is really good. So we can spam this one out as well. You've also got the likes of Brighton. I don't think that's a snipe, is it? 65, EA tax on 65 is 10%, 6.5, be 3,250. So realistically, you probably want to snipe at 60. 60 is the mark for this one. 61 is so close, but you want to be making that a little bit more, otherwise it's just not enough. So 60 on this one, and then on the Brighton one, you're looking at around 30. So all three of these, really easy to skip between. All you got to do is Prem, and then you go Brighton, English and forward. They're the three breakdowns, so you don't actually have to do much more, and you're absolutely laughing. Now if you are new around here and you're sat there thinking, well, I still need more coins, good, because I'm still making more videos. Subscribe, check the rest of them out, and I'll see you tomorrow.